I'm so confused. It is him! It is him! Hi guys, I'm Judy and today I'm going to be watching Kamisama Hajimemashita season I keep doing this. OVA number 4, which is the last OVA. And then I'm also gonna watch, I guess, another OVA. You know what I mean. There's a series of OVAs that are like, there are 4 of them, so this is the last one. But there's also another one that's, I guess, is the very end or something. It's shorter. It's like 12 minutes long, 13 minutes long. So I'm going to tack it on here after I watch this last one. Let's get into it and we'll see how what this story leaves us on, because I'm sure that they can cover everything that they want them to. I talked about how I kind of like open-ended sort of endings that don't cover everything. We'll see how they do though, because this is like the past. I don't know. Let's see. At least we need to know that, you know, he's okay, right? That the curse is off. That's what we need to know. More than that will be a bonus. Let's get into it. If you're interested in full reactions to this show, I have them posted on Patreon, or reactions to other shows. But most importantly, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. The final one for Kamisama Hajimemashita. It was quite a journey. If you do enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to let me know. Don't forget to support the original content. Let's get into it. I love that we see his internal monologue. Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Look, I understand what this. He's going to use that every time. It is you in every way except the name, honestly. You saved him. Like, him saying yukiji reminds her that he loves someone else, and he's supposed to love her too. But other than that, he means her. You know, yukiji doesn't mean anything to him but her. Wow. How to change your heart so fast. Head over heels. Okay, right. Okay, yeah, he does know her. I forgot that he knew her. So, I was in love with you. Damn. Yeah, except that's not yukiji. The first one was. Yeah, the first one was. Oh, it was her. It was her in yukiji. Inside yukiji's body. But it is you. Okay, wow, okay, damn, what? We So he loved her and yukiji and what? Yeah, and you didn't find the god or ask him anything. And I'm so confused. Hmm? I mean, this was a shorter time. I don't know, maybe not. Like yours? You mean not demon? And then he brings it to her in the future? Like it was always hers? That's really funny. It's like a cycle. Like, I give it to you, you give it to me, I give it to you. Like, where did it come from originally? I'm so confused. Like, you can't see the difference between the two. They did say she looks similar, and I mean, I don't think she looks that similar. And I guess, yeah, in the way that everyone looks similar in anime. Like, I don't know. So he, like, doesn't notice. What are you holding? Huh? Was she supposed to make him fall in love with her in the past? Oh, okay, so she hasn't done that yet. So what are you talking about? You did all you think. We know that. That's what she was going to do. I thought she did. He said you did everything you could. I guess she sent out those writers to find this dude. So maybe that's what you meant. I don't know. His voice is back, yes. I wanted to see how she fell in love with him. You know, we didn't get to see that. We only saw her hating him, and then we heard that she loved him. Okay. What will that include? Yeah, that's after she already fell in love with him. She's not part of the past. This is just actually observing. Yeah. I know his voice too. Yeah, it's really sweet, but I wanted to see it for her, but I wanted to see more of. What the fuck? Yeah, we saw that. I mean, we know that. And it's... Yeah. Yeah, because he wanted to believe in what he was doing this for. Is he going to take... Yeah, the pin? And it belongs to her, so he made the contract. And you never... What is happening? Are you talking about Yukiji at all? You know it's not Yukiji then. Does he know it's not Yukiji? What happened with Yukiji? Yeah. So, in order to lift the curse, he just needs to be with her, basically. And he couldn't do that all this time. Because he didn't let himself. Because he couldn't remember. Because... I'll do that, but I'm so confused right now. I thought there would be a twist of like, oh, he always loved her, and I mean... It does? Okay. Why is your voice different? Because you're older? Why? Why couldn't you do it? Just because? Yeah, what? Why couldn't you fulfill it too? You wanted to die. It is him! It is him! I don't understand what happened there, but it is him. Wait, let me see that again. Wait, just a second before we have the whole romantic confession. What happened there? I don't know. I have no clue. Yeah, it's really funny. Yeah, I guess he had to forget her in order to survive all these 500 years or something. So that he could find her and not die beforehand. I don't know. No, I don't know. I need to think about this. Like, did he really mourn Yukiji? Did he really love her at all? I'm not clear. What time is this? I was wondering because he kind of looked different. Yeah, things are different. What is happening right now? The past still? Oh, she's going to tell him to erase his memory or something? So he knew she had to go to the past because she met him in between there and told him everything, I guess. So he knew that all this had to happen, so everything will happen. Because she told him everything, I guess. Or something, at least. Because she knew everything because he's from the future. Okay. And he knew all the time. Okay. That explains a little better why he did everything he did. Because he knew. Because it already happened. Because she went to the past and made it happen. I'm so confused about the whole Yukiji thing, though. Like, he did mix them up, but he also knew that she would come to him later. And also, how did it never come up that, oh, I gave you the spin, and she's like, no, you didn't. I don't know what's going on. Nanami's Yukiji. And he didn't realize because, first of all, he was made to forget. Secondly, it was in the same name that he knew her by. Where is it? Yeah, he did love Yukiji. Like, he needed that to have the trauma. I bet. Who's only a girl? They're from the same bloodline? So what was the talk about the fact that she prayed to love someone beautiful or something, and ever since then they could only have one girl? Where was the pin? I don't remember why she had to go. I don't know where. Yeah. I guess. But she kind of made it. Okay, I feel a little better about Mikage. After all this, I feel like this give him a good explanation. I mean, you already have. He's the one who was holding back. But okay. He seems accepting. That was the epilogue? Okay. I'll tell you what. On the one hand, I like this. I like that, you know, the past was always meant to happen this way, so the future could happen the way that it did. So it's always like this cycle that, you know, she kind of had to go through, not even realizing that it was all kind of hanging on her doing exactly this, being herself, trying to save him, even though she shouldn't have interfered and stuff, but it was all part of the plan, I guess. I do like these kinds of stories. On the other hand, it leaves me so confused, because if the past always happened this way, then first of all, Yukiji never met him in that moment, I think. Nanami took over her body and made her act a certain way, which made Tomoe take notice of her and be like, and never stop, like, have her in his memory. So that was the first meeting, and it feels to me like Yukiji wasn't even really there. And Nanami was the one who saved him as a kid, like who saved him at the river. Nanami was the one who took care of him. Nanami was the one he fell in love with. He just knew her by the name Yukiji. But everything there was their romance. That had to happen because that was the reason why, I mean, that was the contract he made on that romance. And that is how she saved him, realizing that it was her the whole time. Where does Yukiji even fit into the story? I kept thinking when these things were happening, I said, maybe it's supposed to happen this way. Maybe it was supposed to happen this way. And so maybe, I was thinking maybe Tomoe falls in love with Nanami and the whole time he loved her. I don't know if I said this, but I thought this. But that doesn't explain the Yukiji thing at all.
Who the hell are you?
Hi, Judy from the future. So before we continue down this rabbit hole of confusion and misunderstanding, let me just tell you that I do get it. It only took me like 3 months or something for the realization to sink, but I get it. It was a twist. It was always Nanami. But I'll tell you what confused me. And I still think it's confusing because, like, I still get why I got confused. What confused me was the death scene. I just didn't understand who died. Clearly, it was Nanami who just went to the future. Like, it was her time to leave the past. And so, as far as Tomoe was concerned, she died. But I just didn't get that. And then I just thought that Yukiji was the one who died. So then there had to be, like, a relationship with Yukiji. But no, there wasn't ever a relationship with Yukiji. It was always Nanami. And then she died. But she didn't really die. She just went to the future. She just went back to the future. And I guess it looked to Tomoe like she died. Or disappeared. I don't know exactly what happened there, honestly, in the scene where she leaves him. But the thing is that I also was confused, because then I assume he goes to get the eye from the king of the sea, or what, the dragon king, and he takes the eye, and he goes to Nanami, who's dying, and gives her the eye. And then Nanami from the future goes back in time and feeds herself the eye, right? When she was supposedly she came there to take it from her to save Tomoe in the future. And if she would have done that, just imagine, if she would have done that, she would have killed herself. But back in the future. But not really though, not really, because she wasn't really dying. She was just going to the future. So it doesn't even matter. The whole eye thing just doesn't matter at all. You know? Why that's confusing? Anyway, so she fed herself the eye and that's how she had the eye. Although that doesn't really make sense, because why did she have the eye in the future? No, I guess it does, because it's not Nanami's... I mean, it's Nanami's future, but it's also her past at the same time, right? She fed herself the eye, and then it suddenly ended up in her body because she fed herself the eye. And so she always had... It doesn't make sense. She always had the eye in her body, but it was only going to happen in her future when she went back to the past. I don't know. Anyway, it's confusing, okay? I mean, unless there's a better explanation for it. But as far as I understand it, it was a really confusing thing. The whole eye thing confused me, and the dying thing confused me. And so I thought that somehow Yukiji was the one who died, and somehow Yukiji was the one who was fed the eye. And I was so confused because we didn't get any answers about that. And why Tomoe suddenly cared about Yukiji when he didn't even know her at all. But I get it now. It was always Nanami. I don't know the particulars. I don't know if they really align, but fair enough. And I mean, the twist is cool. It's definitely a cool twist. And just to think that all this time, Tomoe couldn't remember that he just loved her. And it's really sweet, that You know, he waited for, like, you can say on one hand that he waited for her for a really, really long time. But on the other hand, he didn't remember for most of that time. You know, so does that count? I guess it does. I guess it does, because he was empty, kind of. He was empty of memories in some way. He didn't even know what he was doing. But he got her at the end. So that's sweet. So overall, it's a satisfying ending, but I was confused. I still am kind of confused about some of the details, but sure. If you can explain to me, that would be cool. But anyway, let's go back to my discussion. I'm going to cut out all the parts where I was just like completely off. Hopefully we get something coherent out of all of this. He made a contract, not realizing that they were different people, even though they had the same blood, and that he was going to fall in love with her in the future, and that he still had hope. But he thought he didn't. And he wanted to die, and Mikage, you know, didn't know what to do with him. But then, you know, Nanami, I guess, skating through time a little bit, you know, kind of had... It just feels like there was a lot of fate involved. Like, she needed to be exactly where she was in order to make things happen the way that they did. But anyway, she met him. She told him, I guess, to make Tomoe forget and wait for her, and that he will find her. I mean, okay. I guess, yeah, it was luck. No, it wasn't luck. Because she told Mikage, and Mikage knew to wait for her and found her, I think, and knew how everything would turn. I don't know exactly what she told him. I don't know if she told him all the future. But I guess she gave him a hint enough to know. Maybe she just told him, it's fine, make him forget for now, so the curse will go away. And then sometime in the future, like maybe she kept it very vague, and he didn't know. But I want to believe that he did know more than that. So it wouldn't be this weird, him just being a creep and a weirdo and just being like, oh, I saw this girl. I just need to, in order to save Tomoe, I need someone to love him. And I need him to love someone. So let's just go with this girl. This random girl I just saw. I want to believe that Nanami gave him a little more detail so that there was a reason why he chose her. And then it makes that situation a little less creepy because he already knew it was going to happen. So I was like, okay, I'm just, you know, doing what meant to happen anyway, you know? Not just preying on some random girl in the street to fall in love with his sad fox familiar. So anyway, so he sent Nanami Tomoe's way, and so they fell in love again, but like it was always Nanami's doing. Like the fact, it's really funny. I like to think about it, but it's really like, it's a head scratcher because like, okay, in the future, she fell in love with him. Like for Nanami, she like fell in love with Tomoe just because she did. And then she goes to the past, and because she loves Tomoe, Tomoe falls in love with her kind of. And because he loves her, because she went to the past, she knew exactly, anyway, it's convoluted. Like, because she went to the past, she made him fall in love with her so that, you know, the curse would be on her. I mean, she would be like the remedy for the curse. And so she made everything kind of happen in the same way that it did so that they could get together and fall in love with each other. So basically, Nanami just kind of made herself fall in love with him, basically, at the end. Like, not really, because it always happened to her first, and then she acted on that. Except if she hadn't acted on that, she wouldn't have fallen in love with him in the future. And then none of this would have happened. And then the whole world would have crashed and burned, I guess. So everything had to like happen exactly the way you did. It's also funny to think about the hairpin too. It's like, okay, so is the hairpin from the past or from the future? I don't remember what happened with the hairpin. Did it fall or something? Did she drop it or something? She had to find it again? I really don't remember. Anyways, Tomoe got the hairpin first from Nanami of the future. Oh, I get what happened with the hairpin. The god took the hairpin, swallowed it, and then she had to find the same place exactly to find the hairpin because he left it there, basically. After he died? I guess that's what happened. I was a little confused. Okay, I think that's what happened. But anyway, you know, the hairpin, like, you don't know what the origin of the hairpin really is. Because Nanami gave the hairpin to Tomoe, and Tomoe gave the hairpin to Nanami. So Nanami could give the hairpin to Tomoe in the past so that he could give her it in the future. And if any of that would have happened, I mean, it's like who actually had the hairpin to begin with? It's not clear. Because it's like, you know, it's like this cycle. It's funny. It's crazy, but I liked it. I liked it rather well. And yeah, and I kind of wanted, I thought especially when they said, oh, she looks so much like Yukiji, oh my god, blah blah. I thought that they might be, you know, like she might be the ancestor of her. Yeah, I thought it when I thought it the first time. When her mother kind of talked to her in that last episode in the past. And she said to her, oh, we had this ancestor who made a wish to marry someone really beautiful. I think that's what she said. And ever since then, we were cursed to have one girl only or something, which was totally random. I remember I kind of gasped, I think. I was like, oh my god, is this Yukiji? But then she said this thing about wanting to marry a beautiful man or something. I was like, okay, that's not Yukiji. I don't think she made that kind of prayer. Like, her prayer was to have a family, not to marry someone beautiful. I don't know. So, I don't know. Maybe it was before her that this happened. Before Yukiji. That whoever made this prayer and stuff. But, yeah. It wasn't... Like, I wanted it to be addressed in some way. To be like, oh, yeah. This is where it originated. Okay. It's just like this curse that we don't know where it came from. So I rather like this. At the end of the day. There are definitely a lot of questions that I'm not clear about. Mostly regarding Yukiji. But... I'm fine with it. On the whole, I'm fine. I accept this. This is getting a really long reaction. Let's get into the very last part and finish this off for good, I guess. Why does he have longer hair? He just grew out his hair? Oh, and Mikage is just a fixture at this point? Like, wait, who's the god? She's still the god? Oh, it's dude. It's you, dude. You have a really long name. I don't know. Yeah, that name. What? I was wondering if he was going to just become human or something. Oh, he wants to? What? What do you mean? Oh, she has to give up her position. Okay. So just go back to being your god and be done with it. Unless Nanami doesn't want to. Weave? He really goes to school with her? I guess he does, but like... Okay. The god becomes happy. Oh. Oh, you've decided then? Yeah, I figured you would. I think that's the happiest for all of you. Oh, and Mizuki is going to be the familiar. And Mikage is going to be the god. What have they done? Yeah, poor Mizuki. Right. Everybody knows. Aren't you graduating too? Wait, oh, they know about everything? Okay, I didn't even realize. Oh. I feel like their voices are different. Am I imagining it? I don't know. Oh, that's sad. And also the monkey? Mamoru? Yeah, how does that work? That's sweet. Oh, it was quiet? What was it? Oh, she has long hair. It took me a long time to realize who she was. Aww. Is it like a wedding ceremony? What's happening? You're pretty. He's so affectionate with her. What are we doing? We're gonna see everyone. This dude is so funny to me. Some of these people I don't recognize. Maybe I just don't remember them. No, she was sad. Oh, that totally reminds me of a little bit of... Oh, we do have the monkey still? We can keep him? Kind of reminded me of the ending of Fruits Basket, because they were like wearing kimono, holding hands, but at least they weren't... At least, I mean, they weren't old. That was sweet. That was a really sweet ending. Much more than I hoped for. Like, I thought it would just be like this little, I don't know, little shot of something kind of more, I don't know, some bonus, but it was really like the ending really, wrapped things up, it feels like. And Tomoe could become human, and he really, really wants it. It's so sweet to see him like wanting it so badly. I mean, okay, it makes sense. Like, he loves someone. He doesn't want to live his life after she dies forever and find another ancestor to fall in love with. Anyway, I was really touched, I guess, by the way we saw the beginning. Right, I guess he dreamed about her, and then he woke up and she was right there. Like, he just hugged her, and like it seemed like a completely different Tomoe who was like able to be outwardly affectionate, which makes a lot of sense because finally he, like, everything that he's been holding back and everything that was traumatizing him was kind of solved, I guess. Yeah, and she didn't seem surprised by it somewhat. I mean, okay, maybe she was a little surprised or something, but not too much. And he was like, patting him on the head, and it felt like they did that a lot, kind of, is what I'm trying to get at. Is that it wasn't like something that he never did. So it was really sweet that he was so affectionate with her, and then we saw that he was still himself, though. And then here, when did it happen again? I think when she said, "Oh, you don't care about what I look like," he held her and he was like, "You're finally gonna be mine." I guess it was the wedding? I'm not even clear. It just looked like a wedding or something, in the clothing at least, because they were saying goodbye to the spirit world or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, it was really sweet. I loved seeing him so affectionate, like, because it was like in stark contrast to all the other times. I mean, sometimes he would be a little affectionate. Not a little, a lot affectionate, I guess. But those were rare times. And not this touchy-feely, though. So it was really sweet to see him that way. Wait, I just realized. Wait a second. Yeah, he has ears. I was like, I didn't even think about that. And then suddenly I was like, wait, as a human, he can't have his ears anymore. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's why he looked a little strange to me, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, okay, it's done. Yeah, cool. Is it the short hair? But he always has short hair. I don't know what's going on. It was the ears. So, yeah, definitely very sweet. Overall, very satisfying, very cute. Yeah, there were moments that were like a bit like, I don't know. But overall, I enjoyed this. It was sweet. And I mean, the friendship... I loved that we got in this little part. We got to see their drinking game, and we got to see a bit more into Kurama, and what he's doing kind of with his life, I guess, going back to the mountain. Okay, good luck with that, I guess. I don't know. And Mizuki saying that he likes Tomoe. Like, we knew that because he was so worried about Tomoe when Tomoe got sick, with a curse. He was so genuinely worried. Is that when he really displayed, like, affection and worry for Tomoe? I think so. Like, we knew that they were kind of, like, teasing each other, probably liked each other a little, at least, right? But, this was, I feel, way more blatant. And then here, he actually said it to his face. I mean, he was drunk, fair enough. But he said it, and it was so sweet that Tomoe was so touched. It was really sweet, the drinking game. And they're just, like, their dynamic, just the three of them, is funny and enjoyable, so... I enjoyed it. It was sad. Like, I was just like, okay, sure. Of course, Tomoe will turn human, and Nanami will just give up being a god and turn human. Like, duh. Now we know why Mikage did everything he did. Although he left, like, for 20 years, I guess, from the moment that Nanami told him to erase his memories and leave him. I guess because she needed everything to turn out exactly as it did. So he left from that moment. I guess so Tomoe would feel the loneliness and would, like, crave human touch. Not human. Crave some kind of touch. Some kind of contact with anyone. Anyway, damn. Yeah, so once we found out, like, why exactly he did it, it made sense that he would just go back to being a god, And I mean, he lived right there. It seemed like when he came back, it's just that Nanami was the god, officially. But then Nanami, realizing everyone that she was going to miss... like, that she wasn't going to be able to see anymore, all the spirits and everything. That was sad. Then it kind of dawned on me, like, oh, yeah, she won't be able to see them. That's really sad. Why did she manage to keep the monkey, though? I'm not clear. Does he still turn into a little boy? Is he their child? Are they raising him properly? I don't know. But okay. This was fun. So... I hope you guys enjoy this reaction, and I will see you in another show. I need to decide what I'm gonna watch next. I have a list of things that I want to watch for myself, kind of. Mostly in this genre of, like, romantic comedies or a little bit romantic dramas. I don't know, whatever. So I have a few options lined up, and I'll need to decide which one. I'm going to delve into next. So, I hope you enjoyed. I think I said that. Yeah. Bye. Special thanks to my top patrons: Red and Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Stone Tree, Tyrannor, Michael Gabriel, and Shiawase. And to the rest of my amazing patrons, without whose support I would never be able to do any of this. Thank you so much.